everyone, my name is Stacy Self and I am from myefootprint.org. Welcome to Flipped Classroom Toolkit video, where I'm going to be explaining everything you need to have under your belt to have a good flipped classroom video library. The first thing we need to talk about is, what is a flipped class? Well, first of all, the teachers, instead of teaching in the classroom, they teach from a video or a narrated PowerPoint. And that's at home, the students watch that at home. Then during the class, they provide application activities, guided learning activities, and they answer questions that the students still have. It's more active learning than students just sitting there listening to a lecture. Now the students, on the other hand, for homework, they just watch the videos the teacher provides. They can pause, replay the video as needed. If they don't understand something, they can go back. They also answer questions at home to prove that they've watched the video, and they come to class prepared to engage in the application activities that the teacher provides. So for our flipped class, there's a couple things that we need to have. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 10 items to have in your toolkit. The first thing is Premiere Pro. I'll go into more detail about this in a second. You need a screen recorder, an audio recorder, a camera, music, graphics, a YouTube channel, accessibility to your video, a way for your students to respond to your video, and you should keep it short. You might want to have a draw pad. Now, I'm going to talk about these things, but you don't have to have all of these things, so don't get overwhelmed. You can start simply with a narrated PowerPoint that your students can listen to and watch. Here is an example of Premiere Pro. In this video, you can see I'm actually editing the one I'm currently making. How about that? I think Premiere Pro is a great way for teachers to use to make flipped classroom videos, because it's pretty easy to use. It looks a little crazy here in my screen, but in the next video I'm going to be showing you a really quick and easy way to create a flipped class video specifically using Premiere Pro. The next thing in your toolkit you might need is a screen recorder. Here are a few options of free screen recording software that you can download off the internet. My favorite is Screencast-O-Matic, and I have also used EasyVid before. You might just want to try them all out and see which one you think is easiest or most user-friendly. You will need one of these if you're going to show your students how to upload an assignment on the internet or go to a certain website. You might need a screen recorder for that. Also, it's another option to screen a tutorial kind of like this one I'm using now. The next thing you might need is an audio recorder. There's 3 different suggestions I have. It's Audacity, Move Voice Recorder, or just PowerPoint audio recorder if you're using a narrated PowerPoint. Most screen recorders have audio recording in them too, so this is only if you need a separate audio file for whatever reason. Alright, you also might want to have a camera in your flipped classroom video. There's several reasons for this. One being it's more personable with your students. Also, if you're trying to demonstrate how to do something such as a science experiment or in an art class, or even in an acting class, you might want to be using a camera to show your face. Okay, next one, you might want to have music in your video. For me, I always have to have music in my video, whether it's background music or somewhere else. But you want to make sure that you're doing this ethically. So you might want to use something like iTunes or Creative Commons to find copyright-free music. Same with graphics. You might want to use one of these to find copyright-free images, whether you're paying for them or someone has put them out there for you to use freely. But these are some really good ideas. Now, if you use Google, you want to make sure you use the advanced search feature, so you search free licensed music. graphics. Okay, you might also want to have a YouTube channel to store all of your videos. You could use something like Vimeo or something else, but if you use YouTube, then your videos and everything can go out to the world and not just to your class. You can get feedback on your videos. You can also help instruct other people. It'd be really neat to get a following and open up your social network a little bit. Okay, now how are you going to have your students access your videos? You have to think about how you're going to give them the video when they go home. How are they going to reach it? So there's a couple different ideas. The first one is just to create a short link using the website bit.ly. And you can create a link that is easy to write down and easy to copy onto the computer. So they don't have to write out the entire long YouTube video link. You can also use a QR code. You can use the Chirp app on the iPad, or you can just send out an email. So how are you going to know whether or not your students watch your videos for homework? Well, you need to have a way for them to respond. They can use any of these options, such as a classroom organized site like Moodle, Edmodo, or Schoology. You could also use a Facebook group where you have a group with your class, depending on the age of your class. Or the students could have a blog where they have a page dedicated to your class and they can respond to your questions there. Okay, here are some other tips. Number one, keep it short. Students get bored if it's 8 minutes or longer, so you want to make sure you keep it under 8 minutes. You might also want to use a draw pad. There's a lot of different choices to do this. You could use that as a screen recorder. PowerPoint also has a drawing feature. You could also use EduCreations or Show Me app on the iPad, or an actual tablet, like the Bamboo tablet. So you want to make sure you are able to draw on the screen so that your students can follow along with the other things you want them to do. If you're using PowerPoint, I would go ahead and use that. Otherwise, the screen recorder is the best. Please feel free in the comment section to ask questions on how to create your flipped classroom videos. This is just a way to get you started at flipped classes. There's a lot of research that supports using a flipped classroom versus the regular traditional classroom model. Increases student engagement, it increases test scores, and it also lowers classroom behavior problems as well. Next time, we're going to be talking about the intro to Premiere Pro for flipped classroom videos. Hope to see you next time.